Good morning, Saints fans. We got a roster move, and that is a big-time trade. Maybe not a big-time player, but a large player. The Saints have traded for Davon Godchaux, the defensive tackle run stopper from the great state of Louisiana, the LSU Tiger, and he's headed home, baby. I thought that this tweet was so cool. It just to me says he's so excited to be a part of the team. He's excited to be back in Louisiana. I am so excited to see this man suit up in the black and gold and honestly make a good impact because quite frankly, he's going to fit in a position that was very, very bad for the New Orleans Saints last year. I think that Davon Godchaux should bring some energy. I think he should bring some run-stopping ability. I think that he should bring some skills in the sense of being able to help the defense get off the field earlier in the game. On top of that, worth noting, the Saints acquired Davon Godchaux in 2025, a $5 million deal. $4 million of that is guaranteed, but in 2026, he's due $8.5 million non-guaranteed. The Patriots, they get a 7th-round pick in 2026, so still got this year's 7th-round picks. That's pretty cool. New England, they will take on a $6.6 million of dead cap, freeing up $1.7 million in space for the Patriots. We don't really care about the Patriots. We just got to say thank you so much for this guy right here, Davon Godchaux. This is the photo that he tweeted out. With that tweet, posting about how excited he is with the Houdat Nation and to be playing for the New Orleans Saints. I'm really excited about this move, and we also are going to have a lot more moves going on throughout this day because guess what? Free agency tampering period starts today, and we're going to be giving you guys videos, updates, information, rumors, all sorts of stuff, so I highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. But, just more thoughts on Davon Godchaux. Let's just go through some PFF numbers. I want to just first things first say this. This is not the Bible. This is not the Bible when it comes to evaluating a player, but I do think it does a good job in at least telling us where some of the player's strengths and weaknesses are. This is why I have a bone to pick with PFF. He's a run-stopping guy, but he grades poorly as a run stopper in terms of his PFF grade. It's a 48.0. His overall defensive grade, 51.6. But this is a guy who had 35 run stops over the course of the 2024 season. And on top of that, he has 198 over the course of his career. He started with Miami in 2017, then went over to New England in 2021, and now he fills in to this defensive line group where you have a lot of free agents. And quite honestly, you have a lot of needs as well. I like Carl Granderson. I think that the edge rusher department definitely needs to be better, though. I think Carl Granderson's a great second edge rusher. He's not a great first edge rusher. Chase Young, he's a free agent. Got to see what happens with him. Tano Passanio, also a free agent, as is Peyton Turner. But the defensive interior is where things really need to see some improvement as well, not just the edge rushers and the pass rush on the outside. Brian Brzee is a phenomenal pass rusher, not much of a run stopper. Colin Saunders, he was brought in to be that run stopper, and to be honest, it's been a little underwhelming, and I'm not going to sit here and put full blame on Binky. The Saints defensive line coach was horrendous last year. Zero pass rush moves for anybody. So when it comes to this year, he gets to team up with Bo Davis, who is the LSU defensive line coach, and now you get to see him rock and roll in the black and gold, swapping that purple and gold for black and gold. And honestly, it doesn't matter who it is or where they are defensively on the line. This is going to be a beneficial hire for Bo Davis in terms of bringing him into New Orleans. I honestly, it doesn't really matter who you add. They're going to learn, they're going to grow, and they're going to be better than they were last year. That's how good of a coach Bo Davis is. Not only is he going to make a positive impact on the outside, he's also going to make a positive impact on the guys on the interior. So I'm really excited about this move. And to be honest, this Saints defense, it was bad, guys. It was bad. For New Orleans, against the run last year, listen to this. Opponent yards per rush, 4.9 yards per carry. That was 30th in the league. Opponents rushes per game, 28.8. That ranked 25th. That means teams knew you sucked against the run, and they exploited you. Opponent rushing yards per game, 141.4. That is 30th in the league. So you are bottom 2 in the league, bottom 3 technically, in yards per rush and yards per game. That's a big-time problem, and I think this is a big-time solution. Will it fix everything overnight? No. Is the defensive line as a whole fixed? Absolutely not. That being said, we should see a little bit more. We should see improvement. And, with this new scheme that Brandon Staley could possibly implement, going from a 4-3 to a 3-4, I don't think we're going to just see that change right off the bat. Like, I think we'll see Davon Godchaux be a little bit of a good rotation player on those obvious rushing downs. And I think that with Davon Godchaux, the 4-3-3-4 thing could actually be really beneficial for him specifically because of how he plays his game of football. Now, Josina Anderson did also report that she's told Davon Godchaux is expected to have his contract redone upon the completion of the trade. That came in before the trade was made official, but definitely worth noting that maybe they try to make some changes to the contract. Players like Godchaux, they are very essential to Brandon Staley's scheme. You don't agree with me? Well, Nick Underhill said it too, so maybe you agree with him. I think that he should help the defensive line improve as a whole. I think that you can see him get a lot of run, like I said, on those obvious rushing downs. And I think that he's a player specifically in the red zone that'll be very helpful. The New Orleans Saints defense, opponent red zone scoring percentage of touchdowns was 55.6%, which was number 14 in the league. It's about, you're in the top half. Barely, but you're in the top half. But that's not what gets you into playing football in January. That doesn't help you win the division, especially a shitty division in the NFC South. I think that the Davon Godchaux trade is really, really good, but, I also look back and I'm like, man, would have been fun to go add to some other players. It would have been fun to go and bring in a splashy DK Metcalf, a splashy whatever trade. One of those would have been sick. Sign Devontae Adams. That would have been so cool. Don't get me wrong. Myles Garrett, oh my God, would have been fun. But this is a good move. This is a smart move. This is a move that a team that is in the process of resetting everything in terms of the cap space especially and the roster, this helps that happen. It's not an overpay. It's not an overcommitment in terms of a trade. So, honestly, shout out to Mickey Loomis for not getting fleeced once again. Don't make a call. Don't accept any calls from Howie Roseman, by the way, Mickey. Don't do that. I think that this is a good move. And I'm really excited to see how Godchaux impacts the Saints defense because it needs a lot to change. All in all, my final thoughts, smart move. Smart move with financial, smart move with trade compensation, smart move in terms of the player you're bringing in, smart move if it's not an overpay. I think this is just a smart move. I want to try and find something wrong with it and say, shame on you, Mickey. It's a good move. I like it. I think it's a good story. It's a homecoming. Gotta love it. Saints fans, like I said, we're going to be giving you all a lot more videos, a lot more content throughout the week. Tampering period begins today, so if anything happens with the Saints, we'll let you guys know. Y'all stay golden. Subscribe today. And we'll see you later.